Hey everyone, Miacidae here. Welcome back to Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. So I plan on finishing the space travel in this episode, so it might be a longer one. All that's left is going to these three systems, the Lavella's Heart, Neo's Cordius, and I guess it's 7, but, one I can't pronounce. Afterward, I need to make the chart to Pelham so it is safe. Afterward, I'm not sure if I need to make a manual or I'll find a way to these three systems, but I need to get over to these three, and then that's all that's left before going to Mundus Valencius. So that's kind of the plan, is getting all of that done, seeing what's in these three systems, because I'm not sure what's over here, but at least over here we have the Eldari cache, and there's a Lost in the Void rumor, and that's pretty much all that's left, but I kind of wanted to start over here, because I'm not sure what's over here. If anything, I've been finding kind of loosey-goosey weird items that are upgrading my people and just random experience from exploring the world, which is kind of nice. But otherwise, it's just been kind of random things here and there. But then over here we have the last of the Eldari stuff for Yarlet before going into the Mundus Valencius. So that's kind of the plan. We'll start with that and go from there. So chart new routes. Hopefully these two get linked. If not, I'm kind of screwed. And then we'll visit. And thankfully they were. I just need to make them slightly safer. No space battles, but there is a destroyed ship, so we'll start with that. Then go to the unknown world Zen Theresa, because that's probably going to be important. We have 3 scrap boxes, immediately providing 50 scrap. Not sure how those work, but I guess we just got 50 scrap right off the get-go with that, because I don't see scrap boxes. Okay. Gas giant, I'm assuming. Nothing there. It's a dead world. One right next to the big sun. Amid the lifeless rocks and lava lakes, the ship's augurs have detected something resembling buildings. There's something off with their outlines, but their presence in of itself suggests there may have been some valuables to uncover among the ruins, so send out a scouting team. The scouts are able to discern symbols of the Imperium on the buildings, deformed and fused together by high temperatures. The ore mining structures tell a sad story. Centuries ago, the planet and all its riches perished beneath the radiance of the system's expanding sun. Aww. Nothing for me. How about the planet way out here? I'm guessing another, gas giant or something, right? Yeah. I mean, 50 experience is 50 experience. We're getting pretty close to level 32. How much before level 32? 636 experience. So, I mean, 12 more planets without doing anything else. And there is Promethium here on the planetoid, and then Thacera, which named planets usually I can't do anything on, but it's good to know they're there. It's weird that there wasn't an interaction there, because usually named things have an interaction. But I'm assuming I'm going to have to go back there, because once again it's named, and that's very weird that, unless there's some kind of lore there that I don't remember from, some kind of Warhammer novel. Okay, chart new route. Please make this I was gonna say, please make it safe or something, but eh. There's going to be enemies of humanity, a few big planets, there's space dust. We'll start with the space dust, because at least it's fuel that I can sell. Big planet. Space giant, or gas giant. Experience is experience. Lava world. with nothing on it. I mean, it's cool that these are here. I know that with some of these, like, people are going, hey, I want the burning worlds or something like that. And then we can sell that knowledge to people, so maybe with some of these we can sell that later on. I know I need Xenotech for some stuff, and I just don't have the Extractiums. I do have a good amount of Xenotech, actually, right now. The big thing holding me back, once again, like on all of my projects, are people. Oh, colony reward. I just needed to check back every once in a while for those. Then I need plasteel here and giants. That's the only thing I can make here. So I do need plasteel for the reaping on Cavia Gamma, or Janus rather. But to get giants, I need plasteel and efficiency. And then I need people to get the efficiency on it's Kiava Gamma, not Cavia Gamma, but nonetheless. So essentially I need people. We'll go to the planet and then the enemies of humanity. And have some fun with that. It's a civilized world, Idex. So once again, a named one. Idex is a planet of no peculiar note. However, the small station suspended in its orbit sends a distress call to your ship. The man in a hurried Vox transmission introduces himself as the planet's governor and asks for the rogue trader's assistance in a delicate matter. He promises to supply the details in a private Vox conversation. Study records with the planet? It appears Idex recently suffered a major coup. One of its noble families seized power and made outcasts of the former dynasty. Such plots are not uncommon, although notably, Idex has become less prosperous under its new government. Good to know. Agree. Let's speak to him. The governor, now transmitting on your personal Vox frequency, whispers that Idex's current authorities are not who they claim to be. There has been an uprising on the planet and a heretical sect has seized control. The governor pleads with you to launch an immediate strike on the governor's palace with their top tier obliterated. The new authorities will be unable to hold onto power. Yeah, that all adds up. Strike at the governor palace with macro cannons. So he's on the station. So if I hit the governor palace, I don't hit him. Whoever was the planet's official ruler has been reduced to less than a servo skull material. And we got heretic trophies. Alright. The governor on the station sends you tearful thanks along with his generous gifts. Heretic trophies. Oh, we got heretic trophies for that. Cool. So we got his generous gifts. I mean, we can leave. Your ship departs the icy void, leaving the schemers of Idex behind. Enemies of humanity. I think we just got used. Why? I was going to say, why is it showing the deck here? I think that's just a background screen before we get into space combat.
Enemy contact!
Eldari Shadow Hunter.
Make ready to unleash our fury!
Eldari Shadow Hunters. And an Aconite. So this is going to be an interesting fight. They're a bigger ship. Okay. Oh, and they have neutron torpedoes. So the barrage type weapons work really well on them. So we're going to use new heading. My Sun Hammer can hit them, so we're going to use that right away so we can use the Expedious Reload. If I go there, I can use the Fangs of Janus, so we're gonna do that on the Eldari Aconite. And probably take them out. Do the twisty twist.
Fade into nothing.
Flat cannon can hit up here. Flat cannon can't shoot anything else, but we can launch Fury Interceptors. If I use the Expedious Reload, it doesn't really give me anything, so we'll just leave it at that. You guys can shoot the Shadow Hunters. They're gone, and then you can go up here. Hi, Bear. Do we need food? Come on. Let's see what they do quick. There's 2 enemies. I thought there was only 1 left. I miscounted. And then, let's see here. Oh, it's just the neutron torpedoes counting as an enemy. That's why. So if I go here, I can Sunhammer again. Godsbane Lance. We can go here to avoid damage and then hit them with the Flak Barrage. And that's that. I suppose we need to move up. And we're kind of good. Neutron torpedoes went boom.
The Emperor blessed us with victory this day.
And a lot of stuff. Ooh, Auspex Multiband provides weapons with targeting data. So same hit chance. Higher crit chance. Additionally, allies with targeting data increase lance weapons and macro cannons damage by 20% and hit chance by 30% chance. Cool. So we are 100% equipping that. Not entirely sure how that one works, but you know, we'll do it. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Lavella's Heart. Ah, hell. Fallstone Colony event requires Lord Captain's attention. An important event has occurred in one of your Protectorate's colonies, which calls for the Rogue Trader's personal attention. You can visit the colony and complete the event anytime. You can find out more information. Okay. The Tech Priest reported a brief malfunction in the Giller Fields generator that left the vessel exposed to the warp for a brief second. According to the Enforcer reports, something did manage to get into the ship and is now prowling the dark quarters of Loading Bay 5. Send patrols into the affected warp chamber. Got a heretic trophy. Cool. Several armed teams left to search for the unknown creature that had invaded the vessel, but all but 2 returned with nothing to show for it, but their hair turned prematurely gray and horror stories for what happening in Loading Bay 5. One team brought back a bizarre trophy allegedly found behind a shattered bulkhead. The last team was never seen or heard from again. So, Janus, or Fallstone. Lord Captain's presence on a colonized world is required. Oh, I need to travel to Fallstone. Where is Fallstone? Because this is different. Fallstone right here? That would be a very big jump. Let's do that because that might give me people. And then we can come back to this. Because that's like one of the biggest thing that's holding me back right now. Let's see what this is, because I am very interested. But we need to visit Fallstone. So if I get people, this is going to help out a lot. Thousands of commoners have left their workstations to gather for a holy pilgrimage. Okay. I gain 1 complacency and lose 1 efficiency if I let them set out on their way. Forbid the pilgrimage, I lose 1 security and complacency. Or I can request that the followers of St. Tertius bring the holy relics to the colony and gain 1 complacency and efficiency. Let's do that. So I'm not sure what that's going to do for me, but I know we can. Instead of leaving the colony, people trembling in awe attended services by the relics and returned to work inspired. Okay. I thought that might have more of a consequence, but it needed my personal attention. Interesting. I was hoping that that would bring people to one of my colonies, but I guess not. Oh boy. Emergency aboard the voidship. A foul warp entity has pierced through the thin veil of the Gillar field spawn. So warp fiends, giggling. I'm assuming this is going to be Zenich. So let's go face him down again. Yeah, pink horse.
Your demise is assured.
Only 4 of them, but... Hey, RG, you can go, like, right here. Where's the 4th one? So, oh, blue whore is, like, way back there. So, Abelard, can you go past that and get in combat with him? And then we can take care of these 3 on our own. Yeah. Alright, cool. So Cassia,
Me?
set RG up.
You insist, Lord Captain. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
More damage to the whore up here.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Kill zone
I'm
it.
a navigator, not a servitor.
Bring it
Me?
down.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Fear is suicidal for the damage. And hit the pink whore up there, right? Alright.
For the weak.
Cautious, or confident approach for the crit. Concentrated fire. And then,
Without deed.
burst it down. And that's 1 of them down. Then, gonna run up to this one.
In battle. As
Kick
the
it.
Emperor commands, I act.
Revel and slaughter.
The weak. That is not the Emperor's will.
Burst it down.
I'll do it.
Run and gun. Get to, like,
I will
right here.
battlefield in righteous fury.
Actually, right here. That's fine. We are going to
As the
controlled
Emperor
shot.
commands, I act.
And burst it.
Without deeds is
Because it's pinks turn into blues. I forgot about that. And then we're just going to fire our mastery and blow them apart.
And thy light I crave. This is unacceptable.
And start with the pink whore. That's half of its health.
Doubt is for the weak.
All of its health. A blue whore.
Not.
Of the filing as protected.
As the Emperor commands, I...
Alright. That one's down. Solomorn. Have Glato. Can he get up to that blue whore up there? Oh, there's a thing right there. Okay. That one's down. Then we run. Probably right there, yeah. And we concentrated fire.
Rejected.
And go boom. Where's the last one? Oh, gotcha. Glato. Get the blue whore. That's in the pipes there. And that's that. Okay. I don't think there's anything we can get from these, so we can leave.
True power.
I'm not going to make it safe, but we'll make it unsafe rather than dangerous than pop up. Chart new routes, just in case. I doubt we're going to get a route going left. But we did get some navigator insight. Okay. So we got our insight back. Some planets. Maybe we'll find something. Phlogiston and adamantine here. Good amounts of both. There's a smuggler's cache with a bunch of various things there. Just a gas giant. Planetoid with plasteel on it. Very little. Very, very little. And an ice world with a tiny colony. The tiny colony is buried in an enormous yawning pit. The edges of its civilization structures barely visible even from the shuttle. Let's explore it. The settlement was destroyed when the ground swelled up under it. The forlorn bones of the dead colonists are strewn amid the rubble. On the edge of the crater, the scouts discover a tunnel entrance. Apparently, there was an explosion in the cavities beneath the town, whose unsuspecting people fell instantly into the chasm that opened as a result. Near its gaping maw is a shuttle, overturned and blackened by the blast, forever motionless. First, investigate the shuttle. Lying next to the shuttle are empty bomb containers and corpses clad in characteristic armor. The void craft belonged to the Adeptus Arbites. Surviving records suggest it was the Arbiters who planted the explosive and collapsed the tunnels on top of their dwellers. Ooh. Searching through the papers, you find demolition plans. The Arbiters knew that detonating the tunnels would bury the colony, but prioritized eliminating the criminals over preserving the lives of the ordinary settlers. The documents also include a map of the Koronus Expanse containing encrypted data. It appears the Arbiters were aware of another smuggler's cache, but in a different system. Investigate. So we got miscellaneous. And a living snare for the Mastiff. Cyber Mastiff gains 15 weapon skill and strength and deals 150% more damage. That's more than what we have. Cyber Mastiff's attacks against apprehended targets always cancel the target's movement. Critical hit chance against the apprehended target is increased by +0 3 times Overseer's dogmatic rank. Ooh. We are 100% equipping that because as a example here, this is 5 more weapon skill and then gives strength, which is his main stat. It gives 9% crit rate, or 9% crit chance against apprehended targets. We would have to get the stacking bonus to get the pretty much same weapon strength buff is the only thing that Indomitable Rage does for us. We get 50% more space damage, and the Cyber Mastiff's attacks always against the apprehended target always cancel their movement, so we can lock down a target. That's pretty big. Then we also did get a level up, so let's do this here really quick. I'm going to take intelligence here just because some of my abilities are based off of intelligence. I have a pretty high logic, so I'm going to take that. Abelard, weapon skill, and then Karus because That's basically for poison. Argenta, ballistic skill, because I don't think we need any more strength. She has 50, then her perk for heavy weapons gives her 25 more, so ballistic skill, so she can hit easier with the burst. She has lower Imperium, might as well make that easier to do. Cassia, since Solomorn's probably going to be my second, like my 6th person, and he has such a high coercion, I'm going to start building her in commerce. And then her willpower is maxed for now, her fellowship is maxed for now. I'm going to start going into intelligence just because it helps with a lot of her stuff, and I think some of her skills are based off of that as well. Pascal, perception, that way things dodge him less. Tech use is maxed out, so I'm going to have him go Lord Xenos because he's pretty much the highest person off my, like, that's not permanently on my ship. Solomorn, him I'm a little iffy on, because I needed the strength for his power, or the heavy armor. I'm not sure I'm going to go power armor on him. Ballistic skill is maxed out, so I'm thinking perception for him, and then he has coercion maxed, so he's going to be my Medicaid person off the ship. Alright, so there was a cache that was revealed. I kind of want to see where that is, because we might have to go get that as well. But at this point, what was that right here? Oh, that's on the Silence of Miacidae. Okay. Space combat awaits in the system. I'll go and get all this and then go back, because at this point, if I keep doing that, it's going to take me forever to get there. So we're going to go to Pelham Solitas first, just to see if I can get a route to these 3 systems first. Which I doubt, but I'm hoping. Nope. Just to Mundus Valencius. But we have 4 more worlds to explore. Maybe we get something, right? Other than just, experience, which experience is good. It's helping me out. It's going to help me get through the next planet pretty easily. I have a feeling I'm severely over-leveled. So on the desert world here, after analyzing the Augur's data, the officers were surprised to discover that the planet was once covered with oceans. Long ago, an unknown cataclysm caused the seas to dry out and turned the world into a lifeless desert. The most amazing discovery of all was that skeletal remains of colossal oceanic organisms, some large enough to be seen from orbit. Life is fragile, even for creatures this enormous. I mean, little bits of lore is fun. Get scanned here. Another nothing. And one more world. Survey says it's nothing, I'm assuming. Oh, we get Augur Anomaly. The burning world looks different from the rest. There are little islands of blue amidst the boundless ocean of crimson and gold, places where natural gases tint the fire a different color. Now that you know what to look for, your augurs easily locate traces of the mysterious underground constructions. Oh, well, more stuff that I can do on burning worlds, I'm assuming, if I wanted to go back for more. So I'm going to have to spend some points to get over to these. So chart course Dudley, then chart course unsafe, just so I can save some points here. I can't do the willpower here, huh? Oh no, I can. That's what I did before. So this is something I've done before. So we've banished them with prayer before. And that gets me these routes. Okay. So what is in Liborium Maledicta? A few worlds. Jungle World? Or Swamp World? Jevison. Wasteland Wayfarer. Actually, just get to go down to this planet. Okay. So let's see what is here. We don't have the thing ticking at us this time around. But the gates did close. Cool.
Fascinating.
The airlock is sealed. This isn't right. You distinctly remember never activating the seal on your way through. I know I'm about to state the obvious, but I will state it anyway. There's something off about this. Something very off. Open the airlock with tech use. The control panel is being uncooperative. You know enough about machine spirit behavior to conclude that it is not malice that is making them refuse to comply, but a higher priority order they are executing. Oh boy. After repeating the entry command protocol 3 times, with all 3 appropriate prayers, the tech priest is saying in a gloomy, raspy voice, "The machine spirit controlling the airlock is too simple and guileless to be tricked. It would be easier to deconstruct this airlock than compel it to open. Try to force it open." The plasteel, durable enough to withstand the pressure of the interplanetary void, absorbs your hits with supreme indifference. It will take more than that to break through. Contact the ship. This is the rogue trader speaking. We're having difficulties here. The white noise of static is all you hear in response. Either the Vox Master cannot reply, or she is brazenly ignoring you, or the comms are being jammed. None of these possibilities bode well. Oh, okay. Awareness 100.
Perfection.
You hear a strange sound that reminds you of dripping water, or the clattering of something sharp against metal. Okay. So we might be being hunted in here.
Incredible. Your heart, esteemed Magos, shines with a kaleidoscope of colors, albeit one made of metal.
Only laypersons believe feelings to be the preserve of flawed flesh. We know the higher passions granted by the Omnisire, the aversion to tech corruption, the blessing of compliance with the canon of maintenance, and the satisfaction of effective devotion.
So I guess we just ripped the screen off there to get at these goods. A flamer and then a bunch of cargo once again. Is there anything?
You consult the appropriate treaties on Tactica Imperialis.
No, I wanted people to go in there, Abelard.
Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the day.
Okay, go open this door. I don't like that thought, but go open this door.
Beneath my feet.
Okay, there's hidden goods here. Can I have goods? The metal box was brutally forced open. Why would the ship's owners break into it if they could simply turn the key? Can I have goods? There's a Vox cleric here. Hunched over the Voxcaster, the hooded man utters monotonously but emphatically into the machine as he rocks slightly to and fro. In the light of distant stars, our Emperor Progenitor wanders wearily. With thoughts and visions of us, he sends particles of his light. Though his body suffers, his mind lingers on. Let us therefore nourish him with the light of our souls, with our prayers, with our faith. Argenta frowns. The faithful worship of the Emperor under a great many names and after a great many fashions, and yet I do not like this prayer. Put your hands up, take off your hood, and don't make any sudden movements, or you'll be dead before we are properly acquainted. The man falls silent, a satisfied chuckle, and without a hint of fear comes from under his hood. As long as our father progenitor thinks of me, I am eternal. With a pale hand, he throws back his hood. You see an ugly face, a flat, wide nose, disproportionately large brow ridges, irisless eyes with an enormous pupils, a wide toad-like mouth, and a skin that transitions to purple scales at the cheekbones. Standing before you is an abominable subhuman, a mutant. Welcome to the abode of the Nourishers. 3 sorrowful phalanges point the way to the Emperor Progenitor. I am glad you have chosen ours. His features are strikingly similar to the mutant scum you destroyed in the dynastic crypt. Find the traces of the Genestealer cults. Oh boy. Okay. Look closer at him. The being's nature has strayed too far from mankind's blessed genome. The Creed sees no humanity in the deviation like these, and so it commands such creatures be exterminated without mercy. I understand this to be a trap, am I correct? Indeed, afflicted one, you have nowhere to run. The mutant shrieks, grinning, may the grace of our progenitor be upon you. His words are piercing, becoming a shrill echo of 100 voices, minds growing ever louder. It torments your mind, and before you know it, you reach for your weapon. You hear a clanging echo growing louder in the empty modules, like 100 clawed limbs striking the bulkheads, grabbing onto bars. Whoever is advancing upon you, there are a lot of them. You ought to run for your life before they trap you in this crammed Vox cabin. Argento's expression brightens. Oh, countless foes in a cumbersome position. Oh, Emperor, I thank you for giving us another chance to taste the sweetness of battle and the solemn joy of courageous deeds. Sister, I fear we are about to partake in something quite different, or more likely, someone is about to partake of us. Tech use. Make a dash for the Voxcaster and try to contact the ship. The Voxcaster spits out a torrent of static, which you are nonetheless managed to catch fragments of spoken words by a voice that not unlike your Voxmaster. Von Valencius, command Varlock. The system's lost before they say anything. This bugs me that I can't get to that chest. Goods right here. There is Righteous Anger, two-handed heavy weapon projectile. Oh, Argenta, you're about to have fun. Okay. Comparative. 4 to 7 damage rather than 6 to 10. It has 2 more shots, it has less range, it has a lot more ammo. But it has more over-penetration. Righteous Anger, huh? There is a way to make that more powerful. As an example, I wanted the calibrated heavy stubber. So this has slightly more damage, but 2 less shots per. But it has less recoil. The one bad thing about it that I see is 2 less shots for that slightly bit of more damage. But we can try to make it work. Lectionary of Revelations of the Emperor Progenitor. The book contains blasphemous tenet of the cult of the nourishers of the afflicted. It speaks of insatiable progenitor and his impending coming that will bestow miraculous impunity upon all the faithful. Cool. Yeah, I'm not going to get anything out of that chest. Open the door. Come on. Let's go. Down the tunnel. This is not good. Those are the Tyranids I know.
Close ranks.
Turned out to be a trap. One thing I don't like here is the fact that he has knives, but I think he's not a true Genestealer, is kind of the conclusion I've come to. And that he's using scything claws rather than rending talons, but we'll see. The fact that he has 400 health is gonna kind of be a joke, though. Cassia here. Hey, RG. Have fun, go here. Abelard here. Pascal right here. Solomorn right here. And I'm gonna be right here. Kill zone, it takes more damage.
If I may.
Or frontline, then kill zone.
For the serfs.
We are going to voice the command Argenta. Air of Authority her. Bring it down. Concentrated fire. Confident approach.
Is worthless.
Furious recital.
I'll do it.
Now, I can do 46 to 53 with 8 shots. Or I can do 30, 40, 34 to 39 with 10 shots. That's not a guaranteed takeout unless all those will crit, but I think this technically does more. So bye-bye Genestealer. Oh, it ran away. I was not expecting that. But then it comes back at me. It heals quite a bit. The RG, go right there.
Enemies of the Emperor will be undone. From the ashes.
Oh, that hurts.
Rise.
You are going to do concentrated fire again.
This is unacceptable.
Oh, did that take out all of my AP? Because he hit us? What just happened? Oh, I stole my AP.
That is not the Emperor's will.
That's not cool. Alright, well, Soulmorn. We can make this up. Hey, Gleito, run.
We're undertaking this task.
Apprehend the Genestealer.
Skills,
It's not getting away anymore. Oh, it can't get away even after that? That's not cool. Well, we can run here. If I run and gun... I wouldn't be able to hit it. Gleito, apprehend.
Waste of time.
Oh, no line of sight. So I can't have him bite either. Shoot. Well then, put up this. And we're gonna have other people get in position. It's locked in here with me, not the other way around. Perfect spot. That's pretty much all I can do for now. I can hit the Genestealer from here. Go, Pascal. Blinding, strike it. Or obstruct vision. There we go.
Target parameters protect familiar units.
Gonna run? No, but you can destroy the bird. Holy hell. We can do strafe, maybe. Well, let's do the overcharge then. After we do a precise attack and analyze the enemy. And I have a 52% chance of hitting it, and still miss. And yeah, I can't do the strafe or anything because, like, I don't... I mean, that runs through it. We got him. For what that matters. Hey, Abelard, where can you go? You're right here. Can you charge it? It's blocked. Gotcha. Hey, that grenade's gonna come in handy. No, it won't. Okay. Well, that's fine. Oh, another one. Hey, Cass. You know what to do. Move that.
I'm a navigator, not a servitor.
Kill zone him.
It's a job for the serfs.
Us.
Afraid not.
Main character, yeah.
To being ordered around.
Air of Authoritium.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Then we're gonna do bring it down on the main character.
Not a servitor.
Mark the Genestealer as prey. Single hit would do 87 before anything else. So we're gonna analyze him.
Purpose guides me.
Then we're going to do a piercing shot
Step closer.
and
Purpose guides.
big shot. That somehow misses. Okay, cool. Go, Glado. Okay, Argenta. Concentrated fire.
Commands, I act.
Why does that do so little damage against him now? Probably because we're not too buffed up. Anyway. All of that missed? Are you kidding me? This creature switches negative effects, becomes staggered instead of stunned, cannot attack, becomes slowed instead of immobilized. What just happened? Like, every single hit missed there?
I refuse.
Run and gun then? Like, what happens if we go here with the auto hits?
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Because that was supposed to be an auto hit. Why are we not hitting him? Whenever the creature scores a critical hit, it reduces target's... so that's not it, it just reduces its armor. Whenever the creature attacks an enemy for the first time in combat, it must make a perception test. If failed. Inflicts... Coordinated trap is inflicted on the enemy. That's fine. Always dodges attack made by its allies, but we're not an ally. Well, I want Solomorn to go and take this Genestealer out, who's bleeding for 15. Glato's already on it. So we're gonna Grizzly Education it. And can we not up that hit rate, really?
Assignment completed.
So it's got 80 health left. It's bleeding for 31. I'm gonna do the
I'll take it as a priority.
Flamethrower. Glato attacks again. It's bleeding for 31. It has 37 health left. Glato, just do bite.
One of us would be enough.
It's down. And now I can do Apprehend. We're going
Even
at
my dog wouldn't do that.
that Genestealer. I guess not. Okay. I guess just put up your shield this way. So he's already marked as a bounty. We're going to
I need no
put the Analyze Enemy on him again. I have a 95% hit chance on him. Call the Bold.
beckons.
Piercing Shot.
Triumph.
Surefire Plan.
This is beneath me.
Why did a 95 miss? I don't see anything on him. That should make that many hits miss him. Unless it's Cult Ambush. In which case, you really think it would tell me, like, hey, this thing is going to dodge every single hit.
High momentum.
Blinding Strike, it like, can't miss this stuff. That's an attack that literally cannot miss. So something's really wrong here about this Genestealer.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
So 16, we're going to just lower the recoil here on RG.
My vow is to serve.
Joint analysis.
Comprehensible.
Get into cover a little bit there.
Tried and tested.
Abelard can
tactics of
run
best
right up
ones.
into it. Defensive stance. Wall of Rotcrete. Endure.
Victory.
Try to hit it in melee. There we go. That's at least something. We're gonna taunt it,
It will be done.
for all that matters. And I'm gonna Daring Breach the thing so I can get more attacks on it, because this seems to be the only thing that's actually hitting it.
That's not the
The
seneschal.
Bio Dagger gets extra damage every single time I hit with it, and it's also poisoning it. There we go. It seemed kind of glitched out there, because it was only on these two tiles, but it was also in these two, so I don't know what was going on there.
A tactically sound approach.
So now it ran this way. And then brace for impact.
Will do my duty. Pain and
Oh, it actually hit Abelard there.
in hand.
Another one just dropped by Solomorn. That's fine. We have Glado. Cass, you can just come here for now. Let's buff up people with Glimpse of Fate. Especially Argenta there, because she can't take another hit. Can you bring it down on anyone important? Not really, so we're fine there. RG. I mean, I'll just have you move here for now. Solomorn. Let's go here. Oh, I just needed to get out of there. I was having fun taking out the Genestealers. The corruption of the hidden Genestealer cult has permeated the Koronus Expanse. The contagion is a danger to all worlds, so its source must be discovered. That wasn't the source, so it might be one of these two worlds. Well, or it might be something here. Because these are the last places I haven't gone. Unless it wants me to go on a wild goose chase once again throughout the entire expanse. Oh, here's another not explored. A small planet gently wrapped in amber forest greets you with a ruby-colored dawn. Basil von dem Cleric, the local governor, gives the rogue trader a warm welcome. After several glasses of Damascene, this weltering ruler asks if Miacidae von Valentius would like to keep him company during the upcoming hunt. Sure. After several hours of riding the local peculiar animals, you make camp in the middle of the golden forest. Basil points at the sky. A flat disk rises over the horizon, constantly morphing its color and shape. The forest grows silent and empty. You can no longer hear the singing of birds or even the rustle of wind. The governor nods with satisfaction, and a few shapes step into the clearing, their bodies twisted by an unknown phenomenon. You watch the freaks with astonishment as they begin to dance to the throaty cackling of their brethren, turning to the bony growths of pulsating flesh of their scaly hands and towards the unnatural thing in the sky. Ask what's going on? The governor smiles coyly. You are about to see with your own eyes what is happening here. So watch in silence. The hypnotic dance seemed to continue forever. The unfortunate creatures howled, whined, and convulsed, unable to tear their bleeding eyes away from the celestial body. When the Pavonine disk outshone even the light in the local star, the physical shells of the things that used to be men burst, releasing beasts onto the plane that not even the most fluent men capable of pen could describe. Basil excitedly explains that the creatures you saw are the children of the great king of distortion. It is he who is the true god and patron of these fertile grounds. Once every cycle, his chariots shine its lights upon the world and bestows transformation upon his most ardent followers. The rogue trader may become one of his heralds. I would like to know more about this thing, so yeah, express desire to become herald of the king of distortion. The governor practically shrieks with delight, and more eyes open on his hands and neck to give you a closer look. You must speak with the god in the chariot himself and surrender to him whatever you value most in your life. Order the crew to chart a course to the anomaly known as the King of Distortion. The senior officers observe suspicious activity emanating from the world-twisted celestial body at the heart of the system. The chaplain advises you to get ready for a potential encounter with the spawn of the archenemy, so it may be wise to reconsider unless you have holy relics, sacred wards, or blessed effigies of the Emperor. Okay. Aflame with a plethora of colors, the distorted celestial disk trembles slightly beyond the endless windows on the captain's bridge as the rogue trader ship approaches the center. An otherworldly voice, cold and enveloping, enters your mind. What could this puny wretch possibly offer a king? Oh, the ship took a little damage there. The officers on the bridge look around perplexed. Their eyes are full of terror and confusion. Many clutch their heads and let out long howls of pain. Some empty their stomachs, but most pale and exhausted they have joined the Lord Captain in resting in the entity's influence. Ask who you are talking to. An endless flow of images fills your consciousness. You are seeing horrifying scenes of millions of tortured souls. Their screams rend your mind. Their pain pierces you with 1,000 red-hot needles. King, ruler, the one who is obeyed. That is all you can make sense of, although you see much more. He may be the one that is obeyed on that world, but on my ship, I am the one who is obeyed. Command him to release the Amber Worlders from the grip, yeah. The king's mocking laughter rings in your ears, and a deep red trickle runs slowly from your nose and over your lips, leaving an aftertaste of salt and metal. Attack the entity with every cannon on board. How dare you disturb the king with trifles? The entity is furious, and you feel a gust of invisible wind blow 1,000 blades right through your ship. Officers are collapsing at your feet, choking, and hundreds of casualties are being reported from every deck. A resonance of silence descends upon the ship, and a bright flash stuns you for what could be any length of time. Well, this could get interesting fast. Oh, it ran away, essentially. Well, it looks like that was it for these worlds, so... I don't see anything for the Cult of the Genestealers, so that might be something to come back to later. Or like in a next chapter. Let's go. Oh, where am I? Oh, it blew me way down here. That's interesting. Since we're way down here, we might as well get the smuggler's cache on the way back. And the Silence of the Surrogate. It said there was a space battle here now. But let's go to the smuggler's cache. With focusing lens, firing range of lance weapons is reduced by 5, but their damage is increased by 30%. And that was from the Adeptus Astares stuff that we had found in one of the planets up there. So I'm glad I didn't backtrack too far for that one. I just kind of got blown off course by the planetary thing that decided that it didn't like me. So, with that being said, is there anything left here? So I'm sure the continental world does not like me anymore, but unforeseen event? That's why we came back here. Hi guys! I can demand tribute? The golden force of Amber World look enchanting even from orbits. Let's demand a tribute. I demanded a tribute and nothing happened. So I guess we just leave it alone then? That seems like some kind of a glitch or a bug. So now, I can go to the Eldari cache here. Let's make this safe. An unidentified object has been located in the system. The artifact reacts to our transmission by releasing an unknown radiation, most likely of Xeno origin. The cogs are reporting if you want to get a closer look, we need to close the distance between the vessel and the object. Stash of the children of the Assyrian. This is why we came here. So, Scorpion Chainsword, one-handed melee light chainsword. 15 to 25 damage, 30 armor pen. It is a chainsword, so that's great for anyone who wants to use those, because plus 25% crit damage. It's an Eldari weapon, so, I mean, there's a few things there. Plus 10% parry because it's a sword. Minus 10% to enemy weapon skill when hit. So that's great for, like, Bella there. Or, I suppose Abelard could use it. And Cloak of Shadows. Whenever the wearer deals a damage with an attack of opportunity, they gain the Shrouded effect. This effect does not stack. And then Shrouded is as long as... Oh, this is like a custom one, because you can't, like, mouse over Shrouded. As long as the wearer has the Shrouded effect, when becoming the target of an attack, they automatically dodge. After that, the Shrouded effect is removed. Oh, that is definitely going to Cabela. Because Chainsword is better than anything she has. And then, so she's using 2 Eldari weapons there. And the Cloak of Shadows is great for her. Cool. Alright, let's go to the planets. Then we'll go to the Hulk and then the Xeno artifact. Promethium and then Unknown. At first it looked like the snowy and desolate planet was devoid of surprises, but then the yellow and orange flickering of the lumens and the notifications from the auger system informed the officers that there was a small colony that survived in spite of the harsh climate conditions. All attempts to hail the colony have failed. Let's send out a scouting party. The explorers report that the dismal conditions of the settlement and its inhabitants. Their skin is translucent and pale. Their icy blue eyes can see practically no color. Their language is rough and guttural. Their stomachs cannot tolerate anything except stew made from the local roots and mosses, and yet they are subjects of the Imperium, still loyal to the Emperor. They have mistaken your people for emissaries. Find out what happened to the world. The local elder woefully reminiscent about times long gone. Most of them were still sheltered from their mother's wombs when the snow first settled on the verdant fields. Hail ruined most of the crops and frost hardened the soil. Plants and large beasts that could not sustain themselves were the first to go. They were soon followed by the birds and other small animals. Most people in large cities perish, unable to warm themselves and their families. They say the governor and his entourage left the world in the first days of winter, taking all the provisions and the fuel with them. No one responded to the pleas from the dying world. The stars remained deaf to the messages transmitted by the planet's Vox stations. These abandoned subjects of the Imperium still managed to save the machines and other valuables, but they were of little use without a supply of promethium. And yet those who survived eventually adapted to the tribulations that the God Emperor had bestowed upon them. We can give them promethium, but I'm not sure how they're going to get more. They do have a promethium stash across the world, but yeah, we can give them promethium. When the maw of the first generator belched forth a ruinous roar and black ash started falling from the sky instead of snow, the locals laughed and danced, trying to warm their limbs after decades of cold. They called down blessings upon the unforeseen savior, a rogue trader from the Von Valentius dynasty, and thanks to God Emperor for their fortuitous encounter. We got rid of one thing of fuel, but we got Mechanicus creations, we got a few melee weaponry and some armor kits. The explorer's departure was accompanied by shouts of grateful approval, not to mention many parting gifts. Not sure how that's going to help them long run, but we gave them some fuel that'll probably last them. Let's go down to the Hulk. Which got us some ship components. Probably not very good ones. And then the Xeno artifact. Lookout. Bridge. We have an unknown object dead ahead. Not an asteroid, clearly artificial in nature. But it's larger than Footfall Station. Copy that. Report relayed to officer on duty and pilots. Expect visual soon. We have visual. What the? Lookout. This is the Voxmaster. I'm adding the pilot, senior officers, and the Lord Captain to this channel. His Lordship wishes to assume personal command. Lord Captain, we have requested intel on the object from the Augur Array module, awaiting their response. So, Lord Xeno succeeded. Lord Captain on the line. No, we need to engage the Augurs. I know what it is. It's called a webway gate. Von Calyx here. What we see before us is a webway gate, an artifact that the Xenos use to get to their sorcerous realm, so to speak. It allows the Eldari to get around to the sector quickly and serves as a hideout for their most unpleasant tribe, the Dukari, whom we've already met. You're lit here. The gate is just like the one you saw on Liliathon. The children of the Assyrian wander the void through such constructs erected in ancient times. Any ship that passes through such portal will enter a tangle of paths fathomable to none but my kin. Is there an augur report? According to the available data, the object consists of an unknown material foreign to the Imperium. We are registering an unknown class energy profile. The Genestealers are at a loss of how this technology works exactly, but they did specify that energy that suggests that something in the system is holding active charge. Object appears ready to do whatever it's designed to do. Can we activate this device somehow? Requesting response from Engineerium. Apologies, Lord Captain. The tech priests have refused to even consider such a possibility. It would be a violation of the Miacidae tenets and an extremely dangerous undertaking. Perhaps a certain companion of yours could. Even if I knew the secret of this gate, I could never surrender it to the monkey. The webway is our kin's sacred refuge and deadly trap to those such as you, Elentok. And what's the senior's take on this? Von Calyx here. Oh, we've already read that. Well, enough. I'm not going to blow it up. Yes, Lord Captain. Changing course. So I have a feeling that's going to be important later on, once again. So that's like the second webway gate, and this one is not protected. Because there was... I don't remember where it was. Was it... It was a little past... or it was by Kranok. I thought. So it might have been like down here. Anyway, there's a second one somewhere. And that one was like, it was illegal and not even rogue traders could go near it. So there's one more system. We're going to make this safe. And then all that's left is the Mundus Valencia system. And then we're pretty much good to go. So I am very happy with all the exploring we have done. We'll do the worlds, and we'll do the enemies of humanity. More plasteel. That's like the biggest So it's kind of funny. If I spent the time to rearrange things, I probably would have more extractium to use. Because that's like a plasteel 8, so I could take like a plasteel 5, put it there, have the extra plasteel to go, then put it somewhere else and probably be fine. Charred ruins have been detected on the planet's surface. The architecture building materials, layout, and passage betray their Xeno origin. There are currently no signs of Xeno activity on the planet. The ruins seem to be abandoned. So, tech use. Run a detailed scan. The burnt husk of the Imperial shuttle has been found in the heart of the ruins. The pilot's remains are badly damaged. It would seem the shuttle smashed into the building at full speed, causing the fire that destroyed it. Kabila claims that the pilot's fierce and fearless spirit has not departed from the remains of the undying one. She proposes to honor the hero and decorate the bow of the flagship with their bones so that it may continue to fight the enemies of humanity in death, and we would gain martyr's temerity after being rammed. Voidship deals minus 10% less damage and has its hit chance reduced by minus 15%. Oh, that would be kind of cool. Sister Argenta believes the crew has found remains of a martyr who has sacrificed themselves to protect humanity from the Xenos. She proposed erect a monument. Jay is impressed by the dead pilot's bravery and believes they would have been honored their equipment serve generations to fight the Xenos and heretics. Yeah, let's go with Argenta. Erect a monument holds service in their honor. I wish I could see what the gear was. But yeah, let's go with this. So 1,000 Jerusian faction. Hundreds of crew members disembarked to honor the nameless hero, while many more remained on board to listen to the vox cast of the liturgy of the somber gloom of the decks. Even though the pilot's name is unknown, their sacrifice will be remembered in the hearts of the Imperium children. So what's in the Hulk? Oh, we've seen this one before. A vigilant member of the Augur crew has detected a small Xenos vessel drifting through the void. The ship is unpowered and shows no signs of being crewed. So what happens if we send the boarding shuttle? Corrosion has laid waste to the ship's system, which led to the death of crew, blah blah blah. So we've seen this. Yeah, and then it just goes away and Yarlet recognizes them. So we've seen that one before and then it just disappears, which is weird. Planetoid scan with a little bit of adamantine, 50 experience in the enemies of humanity before we go and basically finish up and be ready for the last planet, which is kind of cool. And probably the ending of this chapter.
I stand ready to
if
serve you and
that is the ending.
Imperium, Lord Captain.
Oh, that ripped my shield apart. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Can't do the storm, but that's fine. Dorsal cannons can't hit. Nothing can hit unless I start moving. If I go here, I can sunhammer something down here. So let's hit the Shadow Hunters. Well, that got rid of some of their extra dodge there. Well, I can do the crack type shot right here and probably take out the Shadow Hunter. Then hit this guy right here. And then we can pop these little guys out to go at these Shadow Hunters. Actually, we'll just go right up against them, just in case they decide to explode. That way I get a quick refresh. Oh, that hurts so bad. If I go forward to like right here, I can do my... Before I do Sunhammer, we'll do the vulnerability scan. God's Bane Lance. just in case it decided to hit. Go right here so the starboard can hit. And maybe rip them apart. And do the flipperoo. I think they're down. Oh, the torpedoes got me. I thought I was far enough away. Well then, let's retry that. So the Aconite is the big one I need to take out. If I can.
The shield. Let us not lose our zeal.
I wonder. So if I did new heading, I could then probably hit it with the port side cannons. Okay. Let's just do that. And we'll do the barrage type cannons to really wreck them. That gets rid of their torpedoes as well. Kind of wish that got rid of their thing there.
No mercy for
But they're gone.
enemies of humanity.
Get these little guys out. And we'll be fine. They can fly out to meet Shadow Hunters way over there. Probably get hit. Or not. Kind of surprised. Shoot the dorsal cannons at the Shadow Hunter. Then we'll shoot the Sun Hammer at him. And as we turn this way, we can shoot the crack ammo at him again. Crack shot. And I can go right here, do the same thing. We'll vuln scan him. Down they go. Put more interceptors out. And these guys go this way and maybe do something. And they go down here and maybe do something. I mean, take a torpedo from me. I'll take that. Oh. Torpedoes got to go again. Ouchie. I get to do that every once in a while, so I can't really complain. We'll do the lance at him. And then this. And we'll do the flipperoo, which should destroy the torpedoes right there. And we'll send these guys out, which after I go, should be able to rush right in and hit the Shadow Hunters and end the fight. Because they have a 100% hit rate for some reason. There we go. And then we'll just repair. And that's pretty much it. So once we go back to the Koronus Expanse, I'm sure that there's things like I was missing. Rumors I could still do, things like that. If I doubled back and triple checked everything, or if I try to go to the Imperium down here, I'm pretty sure that's every world other than, or every system other than the Mundus Valencia system visited at least once. There's just things I can't do, like the continental world with the unforeseen event here. Wait, what? This is just because I didn't have augurs, right? No, this is the one I've demanded tribute from, and they just didn't do anything. Yeah, so that one's just being weird. But there's other ones that I didn't have augurs for, things like that. There's other ones where it's like, hey, because you finally found a trader that wanted to do something with them, you could go back and maybe, like the Burning Worlds, Lava Worlds, Ice Worlds, things like that. You can maybe get some kind of information out of them. And I could maybe redistribute where my extractiums were, but that's a lot of min-maxing. So I feel like this is a good point to go to the Mundus Valencia system and finally go to Dargonus. So that's where we'll be going in the next episode, and finally go to the last planet that needs help. This is supposed to be our, like, capital world, I think, more or less, where, like, all of our administrative stuff goes through. And this was supposed to be our top priority world, if I remember right, and I'm leaving it for last, but it was also the one that was supposed to be, like, in the least. It's weird. It was supposed to be the top priority world to help, but it was also, if I understood, like, when they were telling me the dire needs of the world, like, Kiava Gamma was the world we could afford. No, Janus was... Kiava Gamma was the world that we could afford to lose the most, but in the most need of help, and Dargonus was the world we could afford to lose the least, but in the least amount of need of help, if I understood everything correctly, and then Janus was kind of in the middle there. So I'm not sure what to expect here, like, other than just to sign a few papers or something like that. I'm sure there's something going on here, and it's gonna need help, but I'm not sure what to expect, because from how they made it sound, nothing's really needed here. And I haven't heard anything going on, like, throughout any of my systems, and I've traveled everywhere, and other than, oh, we need to go here to sign a few things, I haven't heard anything about Dargonus. So, realistically, I don't know what's going on here, if anything. So, I'm sure we'll find something. I'm sure it'll be fun. But I don't know what's going on here, and we'll find that out in the next episode. So that'll be it for this time. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz, and otherwise, as always, wish you all well. I will see you next time, and please, have a good one.